Breaking now, Cincinnati police officer under fire shoots back to protect himself. Tonight, the suspect is in the hospital. 9 News reporter Jay Warren is live on Ray Street near Findlay Market with the latest. And Jay, this is an early test for the new police chief, isn't it?
It is indeed, Tanya, and we'll get to that in a minute. Police say that this happened just before 2 o'clock this afternoon. They're being very tight-lipped about the details, but we've just learned a few things in the last couple of minutes that we want to pass along. To set the stage, what we understand is that a probation officer was down here in the over-the-Rhine area trying to work or make contact with an individual, and that individual, we understand, took off or resisted in some way. Help was called in, and the help came in the form of 2 bicycle officers who are regulars down here at Findlay Market, which was very busy, by the way, when this all happened. I'm going to step out of the way here just to see, so you can see what's going on there. You can see the bicycle down there. That belongs to one of the officers who was involved in the shooting. Now, we spoke to a man who was nearby. He had just stepped into a store when he told 9 News that he heard 2 distinct shots and then an entire barrage of shots. Again, that's what he heard when he had stepped into a store. Now, the exact details of how it happened, who shot first, and all the rest, we believe that the suspect shot first, but those things are not being released by the chief at this point. Chief James Craig did tell reporters that there was an exchange of gunfire between the officer and the suspect.
Officers received information via our communications of a suspect wearing very distinctive clothing that was armed with a gun. So the officers began to check the area and encountered the suspect, and during this encounter the officers directed that the suspect stop. There was an exchange of gunfire. Suspect was hit several times and was transported to a local hospital where he's now being treated.
Again, the chief tells us that the officers in question were not wounded as a result of this. The suspect undergoing emergency surgery. And Tanya, you talked about an early test for the new chief. We asked him a few questions about that. He says that actually assaults and violent acts against officers are actually on the increase in the United States. And then in a different vein, he also wants the community to wait until this investigation is done before drawing any type of conclusion. Again, oftentimes rumors can swirl around, and he was very clear that he wanted the community to wait for the investigation to be completed before any sort of judgment is made about what happened down here today. Clyde?
All right, Jay Warren live for us in Over the Rhine this evening.